Paolo Banchero has been out with an injury since October 30th, and instead of struggling in the absence of their first option, they've won 13 of their last 19 games, and they currently sit at the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. Leading the charge for Orlando has been Franz Wagner, who's putting together the best season of his career up to this point. He's averaging career highs in points, rebounds, assists, and steals, and he's one of only 9 players in the NBA, putting up 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game this season. With how good Paolo Banchero is, it can be easy to overlook Franz Wagner. While he's not the shot creator that Paolo is, the two are very similar in the sense that they're both 6'10" wings that can handle the ball at a high level and facilitate your entire offense from the forward position. Franz may be listed as a forward, but he really plays much more like a point guard than he does a traditional wing. He's one of the few players at his size that can effectively operate as the ball handler in the pick and roll, and during this stretch of games without Paolo, Orlando has made sure to take advantage of all the benefits you get from having a player like that at the helm. Being 6'10" and able to drive and get to the rim means that defenses are going to have to show a lot of extra defensive attention on you if they don't want to let you get to the basket. So when Franz gets into space off the first screen and the nail help isn't really enough to shut him down, Tim Hardaway Jr. is already sliding over off the corner, but Franz is making this pass every time. Even when he runs into crowded space inside the arc, he really has no problem keeping that handle alive, meaning that he can continue to pull defenders off of shooters in the corner like he does with Booker here, leaving a wide open Anthony Black in the corner. His ball handling ability at his size means not only is he able to shield his defenders behind him, but he maintains that dribble, keeping it low and controlled until he forces the defense to commit to stopping him just so that he can fling it to the corner. Additionally, he has great floor vision and can read defenses exceptionally well, recognizing the Thunder are switching this action, with Caruso switching onto him and Dort having to recover to Bitadze rolling. And Franz places this pass to him in stride so that he can go up and finish against very little resistance. This floor vision allows him to hit some really difficult skip passes to capitalize on tilted defenses and generate easy looks for his teammates. He's got Hardaway Jr. on him, and Duren is waiting in the paint to provide help on a potential drive, but Goga is going to stay near Harris to keep him off the corner, so Franz knows that De Silva is going to be open, so he rifles the pass to the weak side corner, and De Silva has no problem cashing in on the triple. On this play, the Magic run a zoom action to get Franz running a pick and roll with Bitadze, and when Bitadze rolls, this is going to force LeBron to have to show in the paint to tag the roll, but this just leaves De Silva open in the corner for Franz to connect with him for the catch and shoot 3. This threat of a skip pass works both ways because Paul George knows that Franz can hit the pass to the weak side corner, so he's staying relatively nearby in case he has to make that rotation. But this leaves Mo Wagner wide open when he flashes to the basket, and Franz hits him for 2 easy points. His skip passes are especially dangerous when the Magic run things like this Ghost Spain pick and roll, with Bitadze setting the screen and KCP looking like he's going to screen Turner, and instead he ghosts it and pops out to the perimeter. When Franz drives, he brings Halliburton, and Turner is monitoring him while being conscious of the roll, and Mathurin helps way too far off the corner, so Franz hits Suggs for the 3. He just demands so much attention when he's driving, and he really uses that to his advantage because once he gets the defense to overhelp, he's always conscious of the open man and ready to connect with them for easy points. On this possession, he gets his defender on his hip, and when he sees that Simmons is flat-footed waiting for him, he hits him with the Euro step to get deeper into the paint and force the help from Cam Johnson off the corner, and Franz finds KCP with this ridiculous no-look pass, and KCP is able to take care of the rest. His ability to facilitate Orlando's offense in the absence of Paolo Banchero, and even with him, is extremely important for Orlando's success. With Franz on the floor, the Magic are scoring 115.2 points per 100 possessions, but when he's off the floor, they're scoring only 103 points per 100 possessions. And to be very clear, it's not like Franz is just a passer. While his shooting percentages, particularly from 3, aren't really impressive this year, Franz is a very capable scorer. He's not some lanky wing with height that doesn't serve much of a purpose. He's got a lot of strength that he makes great use of when creating off the dribble. He isn't the flashiest ball handler in the world, but what he lacks in terms of dribble counters, he makes up for in his ability to use his size and strength to create driving angles to the basket. And good luck stopping a guy that's 6'10" and 225 pounds, putting his entire body weight into you on his way to the rim. And this becomes even more dangerous when you factor in how patient he is on his drives. He's just waiting for the smallest window to open up or for his defender to take one wrong step, and he's going to capitalize on it before you're even able to realize what's happening. Once he gets his defender chasing him off a screen, he likes to pull back to allow the roller time to get into the paint so that they can set what's called a Gortat screen, where it looks like a post seal, but in reality, it's keeping the paint defender away so that Franz can just go up for the easy layup. He's essentially dribbling the screener defender into the roll to make sure that they're not able to get to him in time to contest him at the rim. He's capable of scoring in a variety of different ways, having a reliable floater in his bag that he can lean on when teams are loading up in the paint with help. And like I said, even though the shooting percentages aren't there this season, I think a part of that is his usage being extremely high right now relative to what it's been in the past. And those percentages are probably going to come up once Paolo and him can split more of the offensive burden. But what's great about Franz is he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. He's just as effective off ball, if not more so, than he is on ball. And that's not meant as any disrespect towards him as an on ball guy. It's just a testament to how insanely good he is off ball. He's an excellent cutter, giving guys outlets whenever they're getting trapped by the defense. He generates such easy looks for himself off of simple throw and goes, catching his defenders off guard when he sprints into open space after making a pass. When they use him as a screener after he gets the defense confused trying to cover whoever he was screening for, he throws another wrench into the equation by slipping these screens to get uncontested looks at the rim. I'm not exaggerating when I say that he's one of the best cutters in the entire league. Of all players recording at least 1.5 field goal attempts off cuts per game, he is the 4th most efficient in the entire NBA, finishing them at a 79.5% clip. For a defense, it's one thing to have to be concerned about a guy when he has the ball in his hands. It's another thing when you have to also start worrying about what he's doing when he doesn't have the ball. And that's one of the things that makes Franz Wagner such a difficult player to plan for. His value's bolstered even further by being legitimately one of the best two-way players in the NBA this year. He's been an elite wing defender, and he's a big part of why the Magic continue to be one of the best defensive teams in the entire league. He's a lot quicker on his feet than most guys his size, and that strength and length comes into play when he's defending guys trying to get by him. Even if he doesn't have the sheer foot speed to stay with them 100% of the time, he can use that size to at least slow them down and force them into help or make them opt for a difficult look when they have to speed up to try and get away from him. He's got great situational awareness to provide help when he knows that he can just stick a hand out and force a turnover or shut down an advantage. He's an ideal modern wing defensively because he can do a little bit of everything. He can guard in space, but still has some versatility when it comes to handling bigs. He can force turnovers at the right time without gambling. And really, he just doesn't make a ton of mistakes. Now, I said earlier that he's one of the best two-way players in the NBA, and that's not an exaggeration. He's one of only 4 players right now that are clocking an estimated plus-minus of 2 or higher on both offense and defense. And of those 4 players, he's recording the highest EPM out of all of them. He's playing so well right now that it makes you wonder how dangerous the Magic are going to be once they have Paolo Banchero back. At this point, I think Franz Wagner is very much going to be an all-star. And the craziest part is that he's only going to benefit once Paolo gets healthy again, so he's probably going to finish the season playing even better than he's playing right now. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It really helps support the channel. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.